How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today we are looking at what's happening in crypto because a lot of bears have now flipped bullish. So we want to look at that. Also look at some of the big updates. Some cryptocurrencies made some big announcements here today, and some companies made some big announcements. So we're going to look at all that. We're going to keep it short though. So hit subscribe if you want to see future videos just like this. A lot of people have been asking me as well, how can you trade on margin, or how can you trade on leverage in this kind of market? Just be careful if you're doing that, but there are links to BitGet and Margex underneath the video. A lot of people like those, and I think they are pretty easy to use and pretty user-friendly. Now, Willy Woo is saying that we are in the disbelief phase of the cycle. You can see disbelief is the beginning of hope, optimism, belief, thrill, euphoria, and from there we drop down to complacency, anxiety, denial, and panic and anger. So basically saying we are out of the weeds now, and a lot of people just don't believe that this is the actual rally. A lot of people have been calling this a bull trap, which means that bulls are now getting trapped and then we're going to fall back down. He's not the only person that thinks this either. Plan B says his opinion currently on the Bitcoin pump is not a bull trap, but it's the early start of the next bull run. He says that he thinks we'll be over 32,000 by the 2024 halving, so 15 months away. He thinks we'll go up 50% from here or more. Then he thinks we're going to about 3x into the next bull market. Now, this, I think, is pretty bullish whenever you see bears turning to bulls. You know, I think we could be stuck here a little bit longer. We could chop sideways. Maybe the bottom here is where we hit 16,000. And then just this first run up is where we're at now. And then a little bit of chop. And then we move back up because we still have about 15 months till the next bull market, or till the next halving. So I would expect us to move up before then, but who knows what's actually going to happen. You can see the last couple cycles, we broke out of this bear trend, this trend line, and then we moved up. The halving took place, and then we went to the peak. Same thing in 2017. Once we broke this bear line, this descending line of resistance, you can see that we blew up. We went to the next bull cycle, halving, and then peak. And that happened in 2021. And then we are right at the same trend line. We're about at the same period of time as well. So if we break through this, we could see another bull run going sideways a little bit, but up and to the right a little bit. And then this exponential peak somewhere by around September of 2025. So I would be looking for that, because it seems like we have seen very similar price action so far in this kind of run that we're seeing. Behind the scenes, companies are still innovating, still burning, still building. Binance just announced their 22nd quarterly burning about $600 million worth of BNB, or 2.06 million BNB. Obviously positive for price action when this just continues to get burned. Matic also has some positive news. They completed their hard fork, and we talked about this yesterday and maybe the day before. Polygon was going to try to reduce gas fee spikes by basically smoothing them out. So that went successfully. On the macro, though, we still have some important levels that we have to watch for. The S&P 500 is at this trend line that we have been rejected by 4 times already. So we'll have to see if we can break through that. That's really positive on a TA basis. And then on the macro, just people are waiting for the Fed to flip. And right now, the annual mortgage cost as a percentage of household income has grown exponentially, going from about 20% back in 2019 or 2020, now up to 45%. So the Fed obviously is breaking the market, is breaking the housing market, and we're starting to see housing prices fall down. We're also starting to see layoffs. We've seen a lot of layoffs from tech companies, but as more and more tech companies lay workers off, you've got to realize that other companies are going to lay off workers as well. And Microsoft, if they're cutting their own employees, they're probably cutting costs all over the place, not just their own employees. So we have to ask ourselves, what will the Fed do at the next meeting? And does it even really matter for crypto? Right now, this has been the worst macro environment for crypto ever, since its inception really. And yet it's held up better this run than in any other run. So maybe it is a little bit more resilient than we all thought, but obviously if the overall market turns around, that's going to be really positive. I don't think we're going to continue moving in the opposite direction. If crypto moves up and keeps on moving up, and the stocks continue to fall, I don't think that that will help crypto. I think that will actually hinder it because some people will take profits and move it over to less risky areas. But of course, you'll get people too that say crypto is the only thing that's moving up, I'm going to put money there. But a lot of larger investors might be looking to buy companies at distressed valuations and really make some good deals there and buy something that's a little bit less risky as well. Let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. Do you think the Fed's going to flip? Do you think that they are going to talk a little bit more dovish in the next meeting that's happening in about 2 weeks? And let me know, what do you think is going to happen to crypto? Do you think we're going to keep on moving up? Do you think this is a bull trap? Thank you. Check out those links to Margex and to BitGet underneath the video. And if you want to see what I'm buying and selling, you can check out the link down below to Patreon. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.